Elizabeth Hasselbeck called out the ladies on The View in a way people had never really seen before, and it quickly turned into a moment that got everyone talking.
And I believe that you may say you don't want border control and you're against ICE, but I actually don't believe you in your daily life. How many people in the audience here had to go through security to get here? Raise your hand. Just be honest. Otherwise, you go to jail, I guess, for illegal trespassing, right? This is an authorized audience.
Friends, illegal immigration is still one of the hottest and most argued topics in the country right now. But with just one sharp and direct question, Hasselbeck pointed out what she believed was the hypocrisy of the women on The View, and that started a loud and intense argument. That's exactly why today's video is something you really don't want to miss. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into what happened.
You know, Joe Biden, I remember during the speech to the nation, said, we have a good border plan that is bipartisan.
Yeah. It failed.
No, it didn't fail. The Republicans were told by you know who, don't do this, block this. So that's the first thing. But more than anything, nobody wants anyone.
It's pretty surprising to see what happens when a strong Republican voice joins the panel instead of people like Alyssa Farah or Ana Navarro. And Whoopi seemed to get it wrong when she called President Biden's bipartisan border plan a strong and solid solution.
I was going to say that one of the things that I think everybody in the nation wants is they want tight borders. They want people who are not good for the country out of the country. There have been efforts made by both sides to figure out how to do this. This is not the way to round people up the way that they do. And you're right. If somebody comes at me with a mask on, run and talk about, hey, and didn't show me they were
Party of masks. You guys force masks on everybody in the United States. I don't care you can't see my face, and, I just can't. I can't.
To begin with, many people felt that was a weak move to try to push immigration out of the 2024 debate after years of what critics describe as an open border situation. Also, just calling something a good bill doesn't suddenly turn it into a good one. Even if that bill had passed, it still would have allowed thousands of people to come in every day as long as they showed up at an official entry point. Some people even said that sounded like a very questionable strategy. But Elizabeth didn't stop at that point. She went further and explained numbers that she believed showed how Trump handled the border without creating a completely new law.
0 illegals released into the U.S. for 10 months straight have not crossed, okay? That nearly 3 million aliens have left the United States, that we have the lowest rate in 125 years, that fentanyl trafficking is down 56% at the border, and daily encounters have gone down 96%. Hang on one second. We need a strong border, especially now with our current global situation. And I believe that you may say you don't want border control and you're against ICE, but I actually don't believe you in your daily life.
Right, these are actually two very different issues. A country can secure its borders while also making sure that immigration enforcement does not harm American citizens. Both things can be done at the same time. The concern, according to critics, is that the modern left often does not focus on balance. Instead, they choose certain examples that support their view, especially when pushing policies that critics say favor more open borders.
How many people in the audience here had to go through security to get here? Raise your hand. Just be honest. Otherwise, you go to jail, I guess, for illegal trespassing, right? This is an authorized audience. They had to go through security to get through the border, to get right here to just hear us. We need strong borders more than ever right now. We are being infiltrated.
But we're not on the border when Renee Good and Alex Freddie were murdered, and this is not a mistake. That was a murder. No, let me
As for those illegal immigrants,
let's not be dismissive about
I'm
the
not
fact
dismissive. I just said all their lives matter.
Of course, no one should lose their life because of immigration enforcement, but the same idea should work both ways. No one should lose their life because laws are not enforced either. It really comes down to that simple idea. If someone isn't looking at the situation only through strong political beliefs, they might see both sides of this argument more clearly.
I understand. I also believe that we have a God of borders. We have a nation of borders for good reason. I hate the fact that people are dying in this. My heart actually bleeds for this. It also bleeds for Laken Riley, Jocelyn Nungare, Rachel Moran, Matthew Dennis, Sarah Ruitt, Ivory Smith, all at the hands of illegal immigration. This needs a fix, but it needs a fix now. And let me tell you, this is practical. Yes, the how matters. Yes, it was done without a House during the Biden administration and Obama.
Okay, here's the thing.
She has actually solved the problem in
Obama
the past
and
year
Biden
with
out
her
of here
mistakes.
because let's move that.
Another question people ask is why leaders like Obama, and especially Biden, are sometimes left out of the discussion. Many believe the problems we see today are connected to policies from those years. What's even more surprising to some is how the safety and security side of illegal immigration does not get talked about very much during these public debates.
I told you, my heart aches. I do think we can extend the department to also monitor and weed out criminals who are coming in here to infiltrate versus those that are coming here with hope to elevate their lives to a place that we just happen to be born here with.
Sure, many people who crossed the border during Biden's time in office may have been searching for better jobs or better lives, but we are talking about millions of people, with some estimates going over 10 million. When numbers reach that level, some argue it is unrealistic to believe that every single person has good intentions. If Democrats truly want more immigration, critics ask why they don't work together with Republicans to improve the legal immigration system. Instead, they believe the current actions seem to move in the opposite direction. Then Scott Jennings stepped in to explain what he believes are the newest plans being discussed.
Representative Angie Craig, she is a congresswoman right now. She's running in this Senate primary. She wrote an actual op-ed for her local newspaper in Minneapolis, saying that she now regrets her vote in favor of the Laken-Riley Act. She voted for it. Now she regrets it. Now keep in mind what the Laken-Riley Act was all about. It allowed for the detention of non-citizens without bail if they are charged with burglary, assaulting a police officer, or other crime.
And what makes this even more interesting is that this opinion came from someone often described as a moderate Democrat. Some people feel you cannot be taken seriously as a politician if you admit regret about supporting a bill that increases safety for the people you represent. To them, it shows just how political and divided this issue has become, even though in the past it used to receive support from both major parties.
Instead, Democrats are doubling, nay, tripling down, I think, on their insane positions around immigration. Just last week, my interaction on CNN with Tennessee State Representative Justin J. Pearson, that went viral because he refused to acknowledge that there is a single illegal alien that he believes ICE should deport. He couldn't name a single person. And now up in Minnesota, there is a Democrat primary up there for the United States Senate, and it is forcing the candidates in that race to take the most irresponsible, craziest positions you could imagine.
It's also important to remember that there is a real human cost involved. Whether it affects American citizens or the immigrants themselves, the impact can be serious. Some people point to how Mamani plans to deal with this situation through his newly suggested budget plan for New York City, saying it could shape how the city handles these challenges.
Amount of migrants is crazy. There should be $0 for illegal immigrants.
But
Zero.
I don't think you can have zero, because if they're going to be there, they're going to be. You have to feed them. You have to do something with them. Like literally, if you don't feed them, they're going to be robbing stores. Human beings need food. What are you going to do?
Get them jobs.
How are you going to get a migrant a job?
Get them a job in Guatemala.
Wouldn't you rather give them food than a job? I don't want them taking American citizens' jobs.
Well, the whole thing's a mess.
The whole thing's a mess. But the point is, you can't just throw them away.
Right.
That's the
Unless
problem.
you're going to remove them from the country.
Right. Unless you're moving, even if you want to put them in jail, that's not cheap.
Right. That costs a lot.
These are the kinds of talks that many believe we are missing, mainly because large media outlets often focus more on getting views and ratings. Because of that, the bigger picture sometimes gets pushed to the side. Like mentioned earlier, there is a true human cost connected to all of this. And for a political party that often speaks about compassion and understanding, critics say they're doing a poor job of recognizing these outcomes. Many people hope to see a serious effort to repair the legal immigration system soon. If that doesn't happen, they believe the country could face problems that last for many years. Be sure to share what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.